Hello, Armanda. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
We're in Brazil again
Very happy to be here.
at ILTM, representing leading hotels of the world. You're the managing director. And I understand that leading is a little bit different because you're not a hotel brand. You're an
Correct.
association.
Correct.
Explain to me a little bit how it works. What
Yeah,
is?
absolutely. I'll be delighted to. So Leading is a membership organization. So we represent over 400 hotels, all luxury. We're the only pure luxury membership organization. And what makes it so unique is that 90% of our hotels are independently owned. 80% of our hotels are family owned. So we are really empowering independent hotels to remain independent. So really what makes them unique is really their differences. None of our hotels are the same. We offer very different aspects that are rooted in the culture of where the hotels are. Many of the owners are generational owners. They've been part of the family for many times. So it's really small companies within those localities that are part of the Leading organization.
Amazing. I had the opportunity, of course, to stay at many of hotels around the globe. More recently, I've stayed at the De l'Europe
Lovely.
in Amsterdam for King's Day,
For
which
King's
is
Day, my national holiday, as you know, Eduardo.
true. No, which is
Yeah.
an amazing experience, and I highly recommend for anyone. Not only the property, but the King's Day itself.
Yeah.
I've stayed at Bourgogne-Nassau, right afterwards. You know, I have a very close relationship with the Guarda Golf in France, which I call home. So, how can you? Because it's when there's a brand and there's a top-down decision on a guideline, and how can you make sure that all hotels fit into Leading hotels? How is the process for a hotel to be accredited and to be capped within Leading?
That's an excellent question. So we have quite a rigorous application process. We only accept about 5% of the hotels that apply to Leading. And we really have a lot of criteria, but the main criteria are really excellence in the location and the operation. It is individuality of the hotel. It's of course the structure, like I mentioned. We want it to be independent, family owned. We want it to be part of the culture. And of course then we have criteria for the products and services. We also do, once they are part of the hotel, part of the Leading organization, we do twice a year annual checks through a third-party organization to make sure that they remain those standards, and we share those standards with them as opportunities to improve their service, but that kind of keeps the service level like that.
But then dealing with, again, individually owned, especially family owned hotels, and they have generation over generation, they have their ways, and how hard it must be to kind of keep all those guidelines in place. Do you have a hard time? And
we really don't, because I think it's interesting nowadays. Travelers, what we see that what used to be luxury described in the products and services, right now luxury is really based on emotions, based on personal connection, and that's what our hotels excel at, because it comes natural to them, right? They are part of the locality, they're part of the, they offer sustainability as a natural thing just because they're part of that environment and part of the community for so long. So that service aspect and that luxury feeling comes very natural to our hotels, actually. So I think it almost makes it easier just because it's in their DNA.
Right,
these are
sense.
Professionals. That's their profession and their passion to run
and it's
a hotel.
authentic, so it brings
Very
authenticity, because some hotel brands, they need to build it into their motto or slogan or whatever.
Absolutely.
But for
this
Leading,
is authentic. It comes from the heart. It really does. It's a passion, and I think that's also what describes the Leading employees. leading, it's an interesting concept because we're owned by 60 of our hotels, and we actually run a zero balance. So anything and everything we do is on behalf of our hotels. So every money that the hotels pay us, we reinvest in the hotels, be it in services like sales organization, marketing, be it in digital marketing, in AI and technology. So everything we do, we reinvest back into our hotels, which makes our jobs really inspiring because we don't have to run a profit. We just have to sell these hotels to the best way we can.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
And so is there a roadmap for leading to grow, or do you want to keep the same size? How does the next 5 years look like?
It's a great question. We're not looking to grow our footprint exponentially. We're looking for the right hotel in the right place where your traveler wants to go. Because we of course need to see what are the trends, where do people want to travel, are there new locations that we need to look into. So we absolutely have a development plan of certain location where we want to have hotels. However, we don't want to sacrifice our service. So if we can't find the right hotel, it's not going to happen.
And how does it work? Do you actively go and seek for hotels at locations that you want to?
So about 90% is referrals from hotels.
And reverse inquire.
Yeah, and then the rest is, like I said, we do have a roadmap of certain locations where we'd love to have the hotel. For example, Brazil, it's a really good example. We don't have many hotels, we only have one. We'd love to have more hotels here in Brazil.
What is your hotel here in Brazil?
It's the Tivoli in Sao Paulo, right here. So we'd love to expand and offer some other unique experiences for the travelers who want to come to Brazil. But if we can't find the right one that has the right ownership and the right experience, we won't make concessions in order to get a hotel.
Right.
Again, our motto is not to grow exponentially. Our motto is to have the best hotel for our travelers where they want to go.
Right. Something quite unique about leading, for me, from my perspective, it's the Leaders Club.
Yes.
It's the program that you have, the membership program that you have, which works very closely with the travel community. So you don't try to take out the travel community out of the equation. Explain a little bit how it works.
Yeah, so
for both for the guests and for the travel
Absolutely.
agents.
I mean, just to answer your question, the travel partners are so incredibly important to leading. They've always been and they will always be a big part of what we do for our hotels and what we do for our travelers. It's the truth, right? Sure. I mean, our luxury travelers are not going to book by themselves. They're not going to rely on AI to give them recommendations. They're going to rely on your trusted advisors who have been to the hotels, they felt the hotel, they know the soul and what works for their travelers. So we automatically know that you are one of the best partners we can have and get those travelers that we want. Leaders Club is our loyalty program, so yes, it is B2C, it's for our consumers, but it's also open to the B2B community, to the travel partners, to book for their travelers. There's absolutely no barriers for you to book that. You can. Not
only there are no barriers, but there are no incentives
to not do it.
For direct booking, which makes it,
And even we are unique in a way, we want what's best for our hotel. So while we'd love for you to book through Leading so we can track your production, if you prefer to book directly with one of our hotels, absolutely fine. Whatever works for you, as long as you book our hotels, we're very happy.
Yeah, I can tell from experience that sometimes, even because of a relationship an agent may have with some property, eventually if we need leading support, even though as you said, you want to do what's best for the hotel and for the travel partner. So you do a very unique job on that. Now we're seeing a hard time, especially after the pandemic, to keep the level of service to a certain standard.
Yeah.
How do you make sure that you can hire or bring in the right talent to keep on the level of service?
It's a really good question. I think the hospitality industry needs a lot more focus and a lot more, we just need to talk about it more because it's not a natural career choice for a lot of people. And I think once people are in it, they're like, this is amazing. This opens the doors to so many opportunities. So, leading is really good in working with a lot of internships from hotel schools all over the world. We work very closely with the hotel schools in Switzerland, in France, in the UK.
And in Netherlands
in the
as
Netherlands.
Well?
So I personally, of course, am an alumni from the Hotel School The Hague. So I am part of their selection committee. I look for the new generation, I give back, I try to mentor them and really walk them through that path to really get people excited about the hospitality industry, because it is a phenomenal industry. The travel industry in general is just, a very passionate industry.
Thank you. Well, is there anything else that I'm forgetting to ask that you'd like to, any message that you want to?
No, I think, again, I want to reiterate how grateful we are for partners like you, because again, with a footprint small in this location, it might be easier for your travel partners to forget about leading. But because of you and amplifying our message to your travelers, it's really
again, you
important.
have such a great team. You're doing such a great job, keeping an amazing team that it really, there's no way for us to forget you. They make sure we don't forget you.
I'm very happy to hear that. William and Sarah and Giovanna doing a phenomenal job, so I'm very happy that you recognize their efforts.
Thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you again for coming to Brazil once again, representing leading hotels of the world at ILTM here in 2025. And hopefully we'll see you in many, many more years to come.
I will be here. Thank you so much.